Hi and welcome to Cook in a Box module, Potato Gnocchi. In today's class we are going to make some delicious gnocchi, and as the teacher a little bit of prep for you to do before the class gets started. Simply boil some water on a pot, and we will need some of that boiling water divided out in jugs or containers for the students to use. You will also need to have your pot ready to go again, ready for when the pasta is ready to be cooked. When the students arrive at the class, the first thing they will need to collect after washing their hands and tying back any long hair is a plastic cup and a paddle pop stick. Out on the benches, you would have already divided out all the ingredients. The first ingredient they are going to need to measure is half a tablespoon of their instant potato mix into their cup. They will then need to measure in 2 tablespoons of the water. It should have cooled down a little bit by now as well, so it's not too hot for the students to handle. Once the students have added the water, we now have mashed potato. If you were making this at home, you would peel and boil potatoes as if you were making mashed potato. The next ingredient to add to the mashed potato is some plain flour, and it is 1 tablespoon into the cup, and then give it a good mix. If you're growing any spring onions or chives in your garden, this is a great opportunity to add them in now. Simply take your scissors and the students can snip little pieces of the chives in with their gnocchi. If your gnocchi is looking a little bit dry, you can simply add a little splash more of water, or if it's a bit wet looking, they can add a little bit more flour. Give it a good mix and we're ready to get rolling. Sprinkle a little bit of flour down onto the bench in front of you and tip out your gnocchi dough onto the bench. Just using your fingertips, you can gently knead your gnocchi dough. Roll out your gnocchi into a nice long snake, approximately 10 to 15 centimeters long. The students can then take their paddle pop stick and, using this side, cut small pieces of gnocchi all the way along into nice little pillows of gnocchi. The students can then place all of their little gnocchi pillows back in their cup and bring them up to the front to the teacher, ready for cooking. The teacher can then demonstrate how to cook the gnocchi. Bring your water up to the boil and then tip in all of the cups of the gnocchi. This will take only a few minutes, around 3, to cook until all that gnocchi floats to the top. You can then scoop it out using your sieve. While the gnocchi is cooking, the students can be cleaning up their benches and packing away the ingredients. And then each student can come and grab one of these takeaway containers. The passata sauce can then be spooned. Everyone can take a nice couple of dollops of the passata sauce into their container, ready for when the gnocchi is cooked. Once the gnocchi is floating to the top of the water, that means it's cooked. So this teacher can then serve out approximately 8 to 10 pieces of gnocchi into the bowl with the passata sauce per student. The students can now add a pinch of Parmesan cheese to their gnocchi. And another great tie-in back to your garden, if you are growing any basil or parsley, this makes a great garnish. So happy cooking and enjoy your gnocchi from Get Kids Cooking.